We welcome you back to Durham Field in this presentation of the South Atlantic Conference on the Bears Sports Network, presented by MBA Roofing. The final game of this three-game series between the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears, 11-1 to start the season, and the Raiders of Shippensburg, still searching for their first win here in 2022. The Bears swept a doubleheader yesterday by scores of 9-4 and 16-2. Really dominated that game too here at Durham Fields, and will look to win their 9th straight game, which would be the longest streak since 2017 here in Hickory, as they send Austin Edwards to the mound. Graduate student transfer from Western Illinois, making his third start of the season. He's 2-0, pitched 5 innings in each of his first 2 starts, given up 5 hits in each of his 2 starts, and 5 earned runs in the 10 innings so far. That gives him an ERA of 4.50, 12 strikeouts, 7 walks. Had a bit of a walk problem in his last start against Goldie Beacom, but the Bears scored plenty enough to solidly give him the win. Eric Bach, glad you're with us for this series finale. This is the 9th game of a 13-game homestand for Lenoir-Rhyne. They've won every single game on this homestand so far. 8 straight. They're 11-1 on the season, and looking to get off to their best start since 2017. Juju Casson digs in. First pitch from Edwards of the day is lifted to left center field. Bryce Stober out there camps under it and makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. At Edwards' day, off to a good start. Austin, native of Huxley, Iowa. This is his 3rd stop in college baseball. Came to Hickory from Western Illinois. 6'3", 215-pounder, misses down low to Carter Hines for ball 1. Played at Ellsworth Community College before Western Illinois. Really excited about him. They don't think he's even scratched the surface of what he could be for the Bears. 1-1 on Carter Hines. Solidified himself as the 3rd weekend starter in fall ball. Had a great fall. Was basically unhittable in fall, according to coaching staff. 1-2. Another fastball right on the plate. Carter Hines is the shortstop. Went 1 for 3 in Game 2 yesterday. A game that Shippensburg jumped ahead 2-0 in. But then the Bears scored 16 unanswered. Hines goes down looking on a perfectly placed breaking ball. And quickly 2 outs here in the top of the 1st. So Edwards has retired the first 2 men he's faced, and now Matt Schilling. Ball and a strike on Matt, left fielder for Shippensburg. Graduate student. Transferred to Shippensburg from Liberty, so is a D1 transfer just like Edwards. Breaking ball misses outside, 2-1. Schilling a walk, double, and a strikeout in Game 2 last night. A game that the bullpen of Shippensburg just completely fell apart. The Raiders had 14 walks in Game 2 yesterday, which led to the Bears scoring a flurry of runs late. 2-2. Edwards trying to finish off the inning, and he does. Pair of strikeouts and a perfect 1-2-3, top of the 1st for Austin Edwards. Can't ask for a better start. 2-second delay. Bottom of the first inning here at Durham Field. Wade Kuda leads things off, the birthday boy. Wade, 23 years young today, celebrating his Jordan year. And yesterday was a really good early birthday present. 6 for 8 in the 2 games yesterday. And is ahead 2-0 here. The starting pitcher for Shippensburg in this game 3 is Gabe Stotler, sophomore from Warfordsburg, Pennsylvania. Fires in his first strike of the day to Kuda. Third start of the year for Stotler. He's 0-2, 9 2/3 innings pitched, 8.38 ERA. So hasn't been a very good start to the season for Stotler, but looking to turn it around today against an offense that's been absolutely rolling. And now 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch to Kuda. Grounded right side. Lawler, the second baseman, on a big hop. Fires to first and gets Kuda by a step. 1 up and 1 down. So now Cole Laskowski digs in. Second baseman who is off to a really good start himself. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Started every game this year. 2 for 7 yesterday with an RBI in the 2 games. He's played basically a perfect second base as well this season. The on-base percentage is about .445. Batting average is .333. He's 15 for 45, 5 RBIs. Also 9 walks. 1-2. Watches it go down at his ankles. Huge day of Lenoir-Rhyne athletics here at home and on the Bear Sports Network. We've got, obviously, this game here, the series finale between Shippensburg and LR. We've got softball starting at 2 o'clock against UNC Pembroke over at Bears Field. 2-2 on Laskowski as that pitch just misses inside. And men's and women's basketball hosting Mars Hill inside Schuford Gymnasium, with the women starting at 2 o'clock and the men following at around 4. So the crossover season in full effect. Laskowski barely stays alive as he taps it back. Because of that, we've got a little bit more limited broadcast features here at baseball, because we only have so much equipment and we have to spread it kind of thin throughout the games today. So just the one camera here at baseball we're rolling with. The 2-2 to Laskowski. On the ground again to second. Lawler scoops it up to the dirt and makes a really nice play to beat Laskowski by a step. So 2 men up, 2 ground outs to Lawler at second base, and 2 outs for Drew Ynesta. Ynesta 422 on the season, 2 for 8 yesterday. Goes after the first pitch and just misses it. Back to the screen for strike 1. 2 hits and an RBI in game 1 yesterday for Ynesta. Erskine transfer. Waves and misses and is down 0-2. Another beautiful windy day here in Hickory. Almost identical weather to yesterday, where in game 1 is mid-50s, sun shining, wind blowing, and almost the exact same forecast here today. Ynesta takes outside 1-2. Drew tied for the team lead in walks with 10. Had a couple of them yesterday. Pops the 1-2 pitch foul out of play over by the light post. Edwards set down Shippensburg in order in the first. And Ynesta watches that breaking ball dive inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Drew. 2 homers, 7 RBIs, 29 total bases this year, which is second on the team, only to Kuda. Getting on base at a .526 clip. Full count. He's fought it back to 3-2. We'll try to get the first base runner of the game for the Bears here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. And the pitch. Line drive foul down the right field line. Threw the bat at it, stayed alive. (11-1) start. It's the best start for the Bears since 2017 when they won their first 9 games of the season. Ynesta goes downstairs and pops the 3-2 up shallow left center. Hines back, coming in and making the catch is Schilling. Fought the wind there, and the side is retired. So both teams down in order in the first. We head to the second. No score here in Hickory. Edwards back to work, top of the second. Both teams went down in order in the first inning. Facing Lloyd, Chronister, and Byler here in the top of the second. Another great day for baseball here in Hickory. First pitch to Lake Lloyd, who went deep twice yesterday. Once in game 1, once in game 2. Misses down low for ball 1. Two and 0 as Edwards just misses a touch low and inside. Lloyd came in after Jordan Yoder got hurt at first base yesterday. This series for Shippensburg, even all the way to the bitter end last night when his pitchers just could not for the life of them find the strike zone. Edwards is behind 2-0. But Chronister, to his credit, just hung in there yesterday and did the best job that he could. Swings at the 2-0, grounds it right side. Dive from Laskowski, perfectly done. And his dominance at second base continues. 2 outs. He's played a Gold Glove caliber second base for the Bears ever since he moved over to second base after the opening series when Attiles entered the lineup. Played shortstop the first 4 games at Emmanuel, and ever since then has started now 9 straight games at second base and has made obviously all the routine plays, but has made difficult play after difficult play. Justin Byler takes a strike on the outside corner. Edwards struggled with command early in his last start, but seems to have very good command here today. Perfect slow curveball there. 0-2. Way ahead of it was Byler. And Edwards looking to finish off the inning. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Edwards. 6 up and 6 down for the Raiders through an inning and a half. Bears trying to score first when you come back to Durham Field. Test 1, 2. Test, test. Bottom of the second. Bears looking to score first here at Durham Field. Eric Bach, delighted you're along with me on this Saturday afternoon for baseball in Hickory. Final game of this 3-game series between Shippensburg and Lenoir-Rhyne. Luis Attiles leads things off here in the bottom of the second. In the cleanup spot for the first time this year. He's moved around. He's hit first, second, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So he's been all over the lineup. Hasn't really mattered where he's been. He has produced at a really high rate. .516 on the season. This is his 9th start. Went 3 for 6 yesterday with a pair of RBIs in the doubleheader. Grounds this one inside the third base bag and fair into the corner. Attiles rumbling to second as it's picked up in left field by Schilling and has the first hit of the game. It's a leadoff double here in the bottom of the second. Second double of the season for Lewis, who continues to absolutely swing it here. Now over .516 in 8 games and 1 at-bat. And now Anthony Perino, the South Atlantic Conference leader in RBIs, and tied for 3rd in the country with 16 in the runs batted in column. Takes a pitch upstairs for ball 1. Not bunting. They want him to swing it because obviously he's the best RBI man on the team. And they trust him to at least move the runner. .429 in now 13 games for Anthony Perino. 15 for 35, hit a 2-run home run in Game 1, first inning of Game 1 yesterday. Jumped the Bears out to a 4-0 lead. And they never really looked back. Fouled the second pitch off, a ball and a strike. Perino transferred in from Sacred Heart University. This is his first season in Hickory. And you can't really ask for a much better start if you're Perino or the Bears. 1-1, down and away, 2-1. Wow. Third home run of the year for Perino, second of the series. RBIs number 17 and 18. And this offense, I mean, what more can you say about this offense that came into today as a team hitting .345 through 12 games? That's unbelievable. Clarno quickly down 0-2 with 2 strikes at the top of the zone. But Perino continues to just mash. He and Kuda, I mean, there's others. Ynesta. Clarno's been great, but Perino and Kuda have been the major highlights so far. That one just lands foul out of play down the right field line as Jafari Williams, the right fielder, made a sliding attempt at it and just missed it about 15 feet into foul ground. Perino. In the first and third games of the series, hits a 2-run home run in his first at-bat. The Bears are already in control, and Edwards seems to have his best stuff today, already through 2 perfect innings. 1-2 on Clarno, bounces in front of the plate, and a good block by Chronister. So 2-2 now on Nick. That misses upstairs. So Clarno, Mackey, Stober, and Bell round out the Bear 9 today. Kuda, Laskowski, Ynesta, Atiles, Perino, Clarno, Mackey, Stober, Bell is the 9. And the 2-2 coming to Nick Clarno. Swing and a miss. Stotler bounces back after the home run with a strikeout of Clarno. 2 out. That's the first out of this inning. Double by Atiles, just tucked inside the third base bag. Started it, and he came home on the Perino 2-run blast. A no-doubter over the batting cages in straightaway left field. Here's Matt Mackey. Speaking of guys that have hit plenty of no-doubters in their career, Matt takes a strike. In the 0-1 is a called strike 2. Right at the bottom of the zone. Mackey looking to find his footing offensively here in the early part of the season. He's obviously shown the ability to do so. Second team All-Conference last year and was on the preseason first team All-SAC team. The 0-2. Chopper left side. Picked up on the big hop by Darden, who throws up the line. But they do tag Mackey for the second out. So now Bryce Stober caught the first game yesterday and then didn't play in the second game. Waves and misses for strike 1, but with Clarno behind the dish, they want Stober in the lineup because he's just a man that makes things happen. He's not going to hit for a ton of power, but he's going to bunt anytime the ball is in play off of his bat. He's a huge threat to beat it out. And he can find the gap as well as he's shown so far this season. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Called strike 2. Stober 278 in 10 games this year. This is his 11th start. The 1-2. Touch outside, 2-2. Stotler in the infield all thought that was going to be strike 3, but they will have to stay put for at least another pitch. (6-2) Stotler brings the 2-2, and it's a swing and a miss. So the Bears strike first. 2-run home run by Anthony Perino, who continues to just crush the baseball. 2-0 Bears after 2 on the Bear Sports Network. Edwards back to work, top of the third. Has a 2-run lead to work with now after the 2-run home run by Anthony Perino. Last half inning gave the Bears the lead. Justin Darden leads things off 7-8-9 due up here in the top of the third against Edwards, and the third baseman watches strike 1 go by. Austin's had the A-plus stuff so far. Ball and a strike. 3 strikeouts through 2 for Edwards, who came in with 12 in 10 innings. 2-1. Misses upstairs. Darden, who hit a home run yesterday, a pinch hit home run. Didn't start the game at third base. Brock Piper started game 1, played the first 6 innings at third base yesterday for Shippensburg. Darden replaced him, came in, hit a home run. Swings at the 2-1, fouls it off, straight back, 2-2. Darden's second home run of the season. It was to straightaway center field, almost dead center, 2-2, full count. Darden has the distinction of bringing home the first earned runs of the season against Andrew Patrick this year for LR. Good breaking ball on a full count pitch, and Darden barely tips it to stay alive, but he does, and we'll do it again at 3-2. LR trying to sweep its second consecutive weekend series here at home. Full count pitch, ball 4. Bounced about 3 feet in front of home plate, and Justin Darden is the first base runner of the day for Shippensburg. So Edwards issues his first walk of this outing. That's his 8th of the season. So now the top of the order, Juju Casson digs in. He flew out to Stober in left field on the very first pitch of the game. Juju from North Carolina, from East Arcadia. takes ball one, went to North Brunswick High School, the greater Wilmington area in eastern NC. So knows this region well from playing at Belmont Abbey. The 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball right side. Laskowski eats it up. Inning over. Edwards issues a leadoff walk, but nothing more. Already has 5 strikeouts through 3 scoreless innings. Bears trying to extend this lead when you come back to Durham Field on the Bears Sports Network. Bottom 3 in Hickory. Bears already up 2-0, looking to extend this lead even more. Eric Bach, glad you're with me on this Saturday afternoon at Durham Field on the turf. Second year this turf has been in commission here at LR. It's one of the big projects that Coach Ramirez took on when he got here. David Bell swings at the first pitch and pops it foul down the left field line, giving Chase's Darden back into fair territory, and it lands inside the line as Bell has an unconventional leadoff double. Hines, the shortstop, Darden, the third baseman, Schilling, the left fielder, all converged, and the ball fluttered up there in the wind and drifted back into fair territory. And for the second inning in a row, the Bears have a leadoff double, albeit this one was a little bit different than the last one. That's a really tough play to make, but one that you hate to see if you're Shippensburg, because that's a ball that probably needs to be caught, especially with the top of the Bear order coming up, and the birthday boy Wade Kuda digs in and takes a strike at the knees. Wade just a pedestrian 6 for 8 day yesterday in the doubleheader, and now celebrating his 23rd trip around the sun today. One's grounded to short. Hines to his left has to hurry and throws up the line, and Kuda's safe. So a base hit for Wade Kuda, albeit an infield hit, but he adds yet another tally in the hit column this weekend. That's the 7th hit of the weekend. Bell had to stay put with the ground ball to his right. And I would imagine that Laskowski will be bunting here with 2 on, nobody out in the bottom of the 3rd inning as the Bears try to jump on Shippensburg early to secure their 2nd straight sweep. Corners in, bunt is on, ball is away from Chronister, but Bell stays put at second base. It wasn't actually away from him, it was directly underneath him, but he couldn't find it for a second. Laskowski grounded out to second base to start things in the 1st inning. in the 1-0 pitch. Bunting gets it down left side. Darden, the third baseman, picks it up and throws over to first to get Laskowski. But a successful sacrifice bunt moves the runners up to second and third, with the middle of the order coming up. So the third hit of the inning already for LR. Double by Bell, single by Kuda, single by Ynesta, just off the glove of Hines. Allows Kuda to come home from second. And now Atiles, who led things off in the second with a double, came home on the Perino 2-run home run. But the hits just keep on coming for the Bears. Already 5 through 2 1/3 innings so far. The 0-1 pitch to Atiles. Chopped foul right into his teammate's dugout. Snagged over there with a bare hand by somebody in the dugout. And 0-2 on Atiles. Don't forget we've got Joshua Lanham coming up. Instead of Coach Ramirez, who we normally have in the top of the 4th inning, we've got Joshua Lanham. I've been told he has a bone to pick with me after his start yesterday. I think that he thinks that I jinxed him yesterday, saying he hadn't walked anybody, and then he walked 2 people. So he's got some beef to sort out. So we'll sort that out next half inning with Lanham on the broadcast. Tilley stays alive, still 0-2 as he fouls that breaking ball back to the bricks. Still 0-2 with Ynesta at first base. The pitch downstairs. A ball and 2 strikes. Looking forward to having Josh. He'll be the first player that we've had on this year. Hoping for some more. Obviously, super grateful that Coach Ramirez comes on with us and then also is open enough to allow his players to come on as well. Certainly a luxury that not everyone at this level or even at the Division I level gets to have, so we're certainly grateful for it. It's Matt Risden over there at first base had to duck out of the way from that errant throw as Atiles down the right field line. Williams gives chase, but it's past him to the wall. Ynesta digging will be sent home. He'll score without a throw. Second double of the day for Atiles, and it's 5-0 Bears. Second double and 4th hit of the inning for Lenoir-Rhyne. And Stotler's struggles continue as Perino, who took him deep in his first at-bat last inning, will dig in again in this exact same scenario. Atiles on second base. This is exactly what the situation was when Anthony came up in the first inning and hit an absolute missile to left field over the batting cages behind the left field fence for his 3rd home run of the season and 2nd 2-run home run of the series. Also knocked one out to left center field in Game 1 of our doubleheader yesterday. And the 0-1 pitch. Looking for his 2nd one of the day. Missed it, 0-2. Infielders messing with Atiles back there at second. The 0-2 pitch to Perino on the ground, left side, foul. Past Coach Ramirez at third. Still 0-2. Austin Edwards has been great through 3. Hoping to keep him going. Looking forward to talking to Joshua Lanham about Edwards, one of his rotation mates. 1 and 2 on Perino. Good block there by Chronister to stop that one out in the middle of the left-handed batter's box. So far, walks haven't been an issue at all for Stotler. It's given up 6 hits. Hasn't been any walks so far. 14 of them for Raider pitching in Game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader. And the 1-2 to Perino. This one gets past Chronister, and Atiles will move up to third. That was a 56-foot fastball there from Stotler. Bounced over Chronister's head. It's 2-2. So the infield comes in again. They got burned earlier in this inning when they brought the infield in, and Hines was only able to get a glove on Ynesta's hard grounder up the middle that ended up turning into a 2-run single. Perino waves and misses, so a big strikeout there for Stotler will move the infield back, and 2 outs here in the third. So now Nick Clarno, who was also a strikeout victim of Stotler's. He's got 3 Ks through 2 2/3. And he watches a fastball touch the corner, I guess, for strike 1. Clarno's not very happy about the call. Felt like there was a couple of borderline strikes in his first at-bat that went against him right at the top of the zone. And with the catcher at the plate, obviously he knows the strike zone better than most players. That one misses high. A ball and a strike, as Chronister thought that one was a strike, so nobody's happy. If I were to inject my opinion into the situation, the first pitch should have been a ball and the second pitch should have been a strike. So it all evens out, but Clarno doesn't care. Crushed! Another 2-run home run over the cages in left field. Well, that's a way to take matters into your own hands. Nick gets the fastball and doesn't miss it for his second home run of the season. And now a visit to Stotler, who is just getting absolutely rocked here by the Bears through 2 2/3. 7 runs, 7 hits, 2 home runs, and 3 doubles. So 2 homers, 3 doubles, 2 singles. And the Bears have picked up right where they left off yesterday and have given Edwards more than enough run support. This is really an unbelievable stretch the Bears are on. They're not just winning, they're just pounding people. I know that, Shippensburg is winless, Limestone is winless, but this was the same thing that was happening with Goldie Beacom last weekend, who was the number 14 team in the country, NCAA tournament team from a year ago, and LR did something very similar to the Lightning last weekend, and or not this weekend. Matt Mackey watches ball 1 upstairs. Big swing and a miss on 1-0. Makes it a ball and a strike to Matt, who bounced out to third base in his first at-bat in the second, DHing today. He's kind of the final offensive piece to the puzzle as he shoots this one down the right field line. Williams into foul ground. The ball goes out of the park, but it's foul by about 10 feet. Just a long strike 2 for Matt Mackey. 1-2, upstairs 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch to Mackey. Line drive, base hit. Oh, that's got to feel good. Through the left side. You can hear the dugout roaring for Matt Mackey. Maybe that'll break him out of his funk. 2-out single. Bears have been so good with 2 outs this year, trying to restart a rally here. And Bryce Stober is the 9th man to bat this inning. 6th hit of the inning for the Bears. You think that these types of innings are an anomaly as Stober bounces it back and it's grabbed by Stotler, who flutters it over to first base for the out, nearly threw it away. You'd think that 6 hits in 5-run innings would be an anomaly, but the Bears have proven this year that it's not. They're up a touchdown, 7-0 after 3 on the Bears Sports Network. Five strikeout victims for Edwards the first time through the order. Looks at ball 1, and the 1-0 pitch is in the dirt, 2-0. Bears come focused this whole weekend as Hines off the handle flares it to the right side and drops it in for a base hit over the head of Laskowski. Right off the handle, just muscled out to straightaway right field for Carter Hines. And Shippensburg has its first hit of the day here in the top of the 4th. So the pressure of the no-hitter off of Austin Edwards. Did have a walk to lead things off in the 3rd, so now giving up, allowed just 2 base runners so far. Matt Schilling swings and hits a ball high and deep to left center field. Kuda looking up, and it's gone. So just like that, the Raiders answer with a couple runs of their own and a 2-run shot for Matt Schilling at 7-2. Wind just helped that ball. As now we've had a warning, I think. Something happened there at third base. I missed it, but with Schilling going by Ynesta at third base, I didn't see what happened. Can we try to pull up that replay? And the umpire's talking with Matt Jones, the head coach for Shippensburg. Apparently there was some words exchanged that I can't repeat on the air by Schilling. but some profanity and name-calling, if you didn't already pick up on that, which is interesting from Shippensburg, who has gotten absolutely boat raced this weekend. So, I mean, if there was ever a time to talk some smack, I think it should be going the other way. But don't mind me. That's just my humble little opinion here. And now the Bear dugout's fired up. Lloyd waves and misses and is down 0-2. But, I mean, as if they already didn't wake the sleeping giant, Shippensburg certainly has done that here in the top of the fourth inning. And Lloyd swings and misses, strike 3. So now, the Bears didn't need any more fuel to have some enthusiasm today, but now they've been given it, and Edwards bounces back with a quick 3-pitch strikeout after the home run by Schilling. Just a bizarre decision by Schilling. I mean, yeah, hit a home run, good for you. Just a bizarre decision to decide that talking to Ynesta in the Bear dugout on his way by when they're down 5 in the fourth inning. I don't get it, but Chronister checked the swing. Did he go around? He did not, they say. So he held back. Ball and a strike on Andrew, grounded out to second base to start the second inning. Lines this one to right center field for a base hit. Third hit of the inning. Schilling, strikeout to Lloyd, single by Chronister here in the fourth. Byler's down 0-2. He waves and misses. Looked like maybe a changeup there from Edwards. And Austin takes a breath and delivers the 0-2. Off the end of the bat, foul out of play. Might have hit one of the power lines straight behind us back here. As it shakes in the wind. Still 0-2 on Byler. In the 0-2. Right side, Ynesta picks it up, has to just go to first. Fires a strong arm throw and got him. Say he kept his foot on the bag. Good play by Ynesta. 2 outs. And now Matt Jones will ask the umpires to get together to make sure Perino's foot wasn't off the bag when he made the catch. The throw definitely beat him. The question is whether or not his foot was on the base. His foot came off right after, if it did not come off early. And the umpires are talking about it, and they stick with the call. So, Byler out, Chronister up to second base on the fielder's choice. And now Justin Darden with 2 outs and a man on second digs in. He walked to lead off the third against Edwards, was the first base runner of the day for the Raiders, and watches a slow breaking ball miss high for ball 1. That's what makes Edwards so effective, is his ability to change speeds. The fastball is mid to low 90s, and then that curveball, I would guess, was in the 70s. There's another one, just a touch inside, 2-0. To Darden. Floats upstairs, 3-0. So Edwards trying to avoid losing Darden for the second time today. And he cannot. A 4-pitch walk. Second one issued by Austin. Both of them to Justin Darden. So that was the 54th pitch that Edwards has thrown here in the fourth, so in good shape in that department. And a called strike to Lawler, the second baseman, who is one of the strikeout victims for Edwards. He's got 6 thus far in the 0-1. Wave and a miss. That was definitely a ball down and away, but Lawler chased and is down 0-2. 2-run home run for Schilling in this inning. Cut the 7-0 lead to 7-2. And Edwards trying to limit the damage to just 2 here in the top of the fourth. 1-2. Three hits in this inning for Shippensburg. 2 singles and a 2-run home run. The 1-2. Fastball. Outside, 2-2. Two and two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, full count, touch outside again. And now the runners will be in motion on the pitch here with a full count and 2 outs. Big pitch here for Edwards to try to boost his confidence a little bit, get things rolling. Here it comes. Ball 4 upstairs. So after jumping ahead 0-2, Edwards loses Lawler for the second walk in a row and third of the outing, and that'll draw Derek Beasley out of the dugout. The control problems didn't really surface until this inning when he's now walked 2 in a row and has 3 here in this outing. Austin had 5 walks in his last start, where he battled through 5 innings against Goldie Beacom in a win last weekend. 3 here in this outing today in 3 2/3. The first pitch to Juju, breaking ball, touch below the knees for ball 1. Another look at Williams, perfectly placed down and in to the glove of Perino by Edwards, but Williams back in time. And the 1-0 pitch to Casson, down and in. 2-0 as Juju wiggles around in the left-handed batter's box. 0 for 2 today. Fly out, ground out for the leading hitter for Shippensburg coming into this game. Transfer from Belmont Abbey. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball, called strike. It's about as low as you can go in the zone, 2-1. Michael Allen warming up in the bullpen if he's needed. If Edwards can get through this inning, I would think, given his pitch count in the 70s, that he'll be back out for the 5th. Another look at Williams, who they really think is on the move here, as Perino's taken a while to get the ball back to him. I think Perino's taken a little bit of issue with how Williams is sliding back into the base. climbing up his leg. Obviously, we had some bad blood with Schilling for some reason deciding to use some profanity and talk some smack. Here's a ground ball and a stop by Laskowski. Inning over. And now we've got some more talking as Williams and Attiles are out there at second base. And things are getting a little testy here. It was completely started by Schilling after the home run. To the bottom of the fourth on the Bear Sports Network. (7-4) Lenoir-Rhyne, bottom of the fourth. As Bears jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Raiders of Shippensburg added 4 runs on 4 hits in the top half of this inning. David Bell, who started off the last inning with a double, will try to do the same here. In this one, ground ball foul just outside the third base bag. Had some chippiness last half inning. Started by Matt Schilling after he hit a home run and decided to open his mouth going around the bases for some reason, which to me is still a mystery. Then there was some antics over there at first base between Jafari Williams and Anthony Perino, which then led to Williams and Luis Attiles out at second base as the inning got finished off, sharing some words between each other as Bell swings and misses and strikes out to start the bottom of the fourth. So we had both coaches separately meeting with the umpires between innings. It's just still mind-boggling to me as Kuda watches a pitch bounce in front of home plate for ball one that, given the events of the weekend, that Shippensburg would be starting anything. But who knows what was said or what happened. But 2-0 on Wade Kuda, who's had an infield single in the third, scored a run. And now 3-0 as Stotler's being very careful with Kuda, which is the smart move. But with the middle of the order coming up, as Kuda watches a strike go by, I'm not sure it's the smartest move in the world to pitch around Kuda because Laskowski and Eston Attiles have been pretty darn good too. Swing and a miss on 3-1, full count. Wade trying to get aboard and fouls off the full count pitch into the parking lot. Once again, 3-2. I think that Edwards Day might be done based on the conversation I watched Derek Beasley and Chris Ramirez have between innings. Kuda crushes a ball. You're kidding. This is absurd. It's just absurd. Another big fly for Wade Kuda. Number 7 on the year. And answers the Shippensburg inning with another tally of his own. It's 8-4. So, a birthday home run for Wade Kuda. I guess Shippensburg starting some stuff in the top of the 4th inning has kind of backfired. 1-0 to Laskowski. Strike on the corner. A ball and a strike. 7th home run, 15th RBI for Kuda. 2nd home run of this series. Also hit a solo blast to right field on the first pitch in Game 1. Here's a grounder right side. This will be a tough play. And Lawler boots it at second base. Little 5-hole action there for Shippensburg. And Laskowski is aboard. Actually calling that an infield single for Cole, because with Stotler covering first base, Laskowski probably would have been safe either way. And Ynesta, the hits keep rolling now through the left side for his 2nd hit of the day. This is the problem for Shippensburg. You can have a good inning on offense, score 4 runs, hit a home run, talk a little smack, but then you got to go back out there and pitch and field, and that has just not been a good combination this weekend for Shippensburg against this Bear offense, and Stotler's day is over. So he exits after giving up 8 runs and 11 hits, is responsible for both the men on base. Stotler going out, Ethan Miller coming in. We'll tell you about him when we come back to Durham Field on the Bear Sports Network. New pitcher is Ethan Miller, making his third appearance of the season. 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. Already 3 straight hits in this inning for the Bears. Home run by Kuda, back-to-back singles by Laskowski, and Ynesta have 2 men on here in the bottom of the 4th. Shippensburg got a 4 spot in the top half of this inning, but LR has already answered with the Kuda home run, and looking for more here with 2 men on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Don't forget, we've got Joshua Lanham coming on next half inning. Talk some ball, get some grievances out after he thinks I jinxed him yesterday. Looking forward to that conversation. Josh is one of the funniest, biggest personalities, not only on this team, but on this campus, I think. In the 1-1. Upstairs, 2 balls and a strike to Atiles, who is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and 2 runs scored. Came home on the Perino home run in the 2nd. Came home on the Clarno home run in the 3rd. Already 3 home runs today for the Bears. Atiles up the middle, down for another base hit. Laskowski held up at 3rd as Schilling pump fakes it in left field and brings it back in. 3 for 3 day for Atiles, and the bases are loaded for Mr. Perino. So, not a good start out of the pen for Ethan Miller. How sweet would it be for the Bears if Perino could knock one out of the park here and make the lead even bigger than it was before Shippensburg put up the 4 spot in the top half of this 4th inning. First pitch to Perino. Almost hits him on the left leg inside. Edwards kept trying to pick him off. And then Williams got into it with Atiles out at second base. Chin music, 2-0. One thing that's fascinated me throughout this entire process of the kind of tense smack talking that's going back and forth is Chris Ramirez's demeanor during all of it. He's kind of just letting it happen, which I think is good to have a little swagger for this team, especially the way they're playing. 2-1. Laskowski at 3rd, Ynesta at 2nd, Atiles at 1st, all singled. 2-1 to Perino, fouled back 2-2. Clarno on deck has homered in this game, as has Perino. And a big spot here for the Bears to make this thing even more comfortable. Two-two pitch, outside, full count. So the other thing is the Bears have been obviously hitting the cover off the ball, but they've also had really good plate discipline. I mean, they took 14 walks in the 2nd game yesterday. Big pitch coming here, full count to Perino. Inside, it hits him. He's not happy about it. But he's aboard and has his 3rd RBI of the day. And LR has answered the 4 spot in the top half of this inning with 2 of their own here in the bottom of the 4th, still with only 1 out and the bases loaded. Clarno took the starter Stotler deep last time. A rocket to left field. And now we'll try to do the same here. First pitch, right field and deep. Inside the foul pole. Grand slam. Clarno waves goodbye and takes a trot around the bases. You play with fire, you get burned. Shippensburg has seen that here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Well, how's that for an answer? Matt Mackey's the eighth man to bat this inning. Watches ball one fly high. Mackey singled in the third. He's 1 for 2 today. 2 in the second, 5 in the third, 6 in the fourth for Lenoir-Rhyne. Still only 1 out. And Mackey to center field. Cassin back. Twist. Gone! Probably should have kept quiet. Mackey's first of the year to straightaway center field. The floodgates have opened. An absolute onslaught for the Bears here in the fourth. Third home run of the inning. Wow. Stober swings and misses. 9th man to bat this inning. Kuda solo home run. Laskowski, Ynesta, Tilles, 3 singles in a row. Perino hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Clarno grand slam the other way. Mackey, dead center field home run. LR says, I see your 4-run inning, and I raise you to a 7-run inning. 1 and 2 on Stober. And the smirk on Coach Ramirez's face at third base says all you need to know. Stober strikes out, 2 gone. Now David Bell, who led things off in this inning by striking out, tries not to make 2 outs here in the inning. Hackett a miss, the changeup for strike 1. Mackey hit 6 home runs last year, gets his first of 22 here today. Another swing and a miss, Bell's down 0-2. Looks like it'll be Caleb Cockerham out of the pen, assuming Edwards doesn't go out for the 5th. Chopper to third. Darden. They got him. 7 runs, 3 home runs. Not a bad inning. We'll talk to Joshua Lanham coming up next on the Bears Sports Network.
Oh, there he is.
Top of the 5th inning here at Durham Field. Glad to be joined by LR ace pitcher Joshua Lanham. And Josh, that was a pretty fun inning, huh?
Yeah, that joint was crazy. Like, they started chirping us.
Yep.
Like, I think it was like number 2 hit a home run. And he said some foul play running down third base line, but we responded with a nice little 7 spot right there in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, you play with fire, you get burned, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, our lineup is just stacked. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't want to face any of them. Like, I had to face them. I had to face them in the fall.
Yeah.
You know, we got 2 different teams, but you got all of us 9. But we're barely able to have 9 people on the team, and I wouldn't want to face any of these guys.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You've got some experience facing these guys.
It's a barrel party. It's just ridiculous.
And you know, it probably has helped you guys and your pitching staff facing these guys all fall, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, we know how to pitch them. So, like, now that these dudes don't know how to pitch them, it's a lot easier because they just be barreling fastballs. And if you give them a fastball, it's not going to return. Because Clarino and Mackey went back-to-back. That was nuts. Stop playing roommates.
Yeah. And obviously Wade Kuda's just been unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a nice answer right there. Like, I was telling Mr. Moyers when we stand on top of the box and be cheering.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is the guy to do it. I was like, yeah. He told me, he was like, I'm going to have to bat flip if I hit one right. I'm going to have to bat flip. And I was like, all right. And he hit one. I was like, oh, he's going to bat flip? Hey, bat flip. So that's nice.
Love it.
Yep, I love it.
So 7 innings for you yesterday. I know that you were mad at me because I jinxed you about the walk. So hey, you've got the platform now to air your grievances about me jinxing you in your walk yesterday.
No, I actually tell everybody that I don't believe in jinx. I was giving you a hard time earlier.
Okay, good.
That's all on me. I mean, what's up, Freeze?
All right.
I don't believe in jinxes.
Hey, so just 2 walks yesterday, though. I mean, sometimes you're going to walk people. That's kind of the nature of the game, right?
Yeah, that's what my dad was saying. You know, we always have our post-game talks after the game, and he was like, it's always going to, like, you're not going to be perfect all the time. You're not a robot. And I was like, but I can be. Like,
we can try, right?
We can try my hardest. Like, I'm not about satisfied for 2 walks. Like, I'm trying to have 0 walks. Like,
but,
no
I mean,
free bags.
For your standards yesterday, as Caleb Cockerham's in the game, the first couple innings weren't probably up to your standard yesterday, but then as you got going, you got stronger as you went on, right?
Yeah, I felt the juice from pitch 1. I struck out the first batter, but it was, just got out of my mojo for a second, and then the second inning leadoff bomb. It was kind of touched over the center field trees, but we ain't gonna talk about it. But in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, boys behind me, I had nice plays behind me. Nice to let my defense work, real easy.
Changeup got going too, right?
Oh, yeah. I haven't had that pitch all year yet, and I was showing it off yesterday.
You don't think you've had that pitch all year?
Oh, no, not at all.
Really? Because I think you had it last weekend.
Well, I mean, it's not my standard like you say. Like, sometimes it's decent, but,
it was really good yesterday, Josh. I'm just going to tell you.
I appreciate it.
It was fun to watch as Carter Hines leads things off with a walk against Cockerham. There's a freshman on the mound, Josh, that has really been good out of the bullpen so far for you guys this year.
Oh, for sure. He's locked in. He actually didn't pitch until he got here.
Yeah.
And now he's like 90s, and I'm not throwing 90 yet, so it's kind of annoying. But love it for him because he's one of my favorite guys on the team. He hits this little chirp right here, and he always does that. But it's big. It's big time to see a freshman come in and lock in the spots like this. He's big guy for us, I think.
From the left side, too, Velo maybe is even more effective.
Oh, 100%.
So this is Schilling, the guy that hit the home run last time that kind of opened Pandora's box last half inning.
Yep.
Which, I mean, it was a nice home run by Schilling. Can't take anything away from him in that regard, for sure. But you guys bounced back 14 runs through 4 innings so far. I mean, you guys – I mean, obviously, you and Patty and Edwards don't usually need a whole lot of run support, but it's got to take a little bit of a load off when you're on the mound when you know the boys are going to score some runs for you.
Oh, 100%. Like, my brother was here last weekend. He works for Progressive, and we're making jokes. Like, it's nice. Like, we got a lot of insurance. We got full coverage. 14-4. You got 10 runs. That's full coverage right there. Health, auto, life,
boat.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like, we got it. ATV, come on, like it's
dirt bike, anything you want, you got.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a dot.
Just a touch outside there to Schilling. But tell me about your post game talks with your dad.
you know, he likes to go through my head. Because he never pitched, but we always talk about mechanics and pitching and sequencing and stuff like that. And he really wants me to throw the knuckleball, but Bees won't let me. It's okay. But my dad's gonna hear this and he'll be like, well, I mean, he really should throw a knuckleball. And I'm like, yep, exactly. Like, I don't know, but we always talk about just, you know, trying to get ahead. You know, Bees always says I throw too many strikes.
Okay.
But I always tell my dad that. He's like, I don't see that as a problem.
Well,
like,
I mean,
keep throwing strikes.
in the long run, I think you're going to live a lot longer throwing strikes than not. But
exactly. Ooh, watch out! Watch your lips.
Off the top of the dugout and back into the field of play. But Josh, tell me about your relationship with Coach Bees, because I think he's really helped develop you. And I mean, you haven't really even been here that long, you know. In a short time, I think you've come a really long way under his tutelage.
Oh, it goes way farther than just here. He's from my hometown.
Right.
And, I played showcase and travel ball with him at the workout. Don't bring him up! Bring him up, senior! Sorry.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. Bye! He was my travel ball coach, and you know, I always liked him as a coach. You know, he just lets me do my own thing, but you know, he's gonna get on to me when I need it, just like my dad does. So it's kind of like a father figure in a coach role.
Field, Hines taking off for third. Kuda throws a dart, but not in time. So stolen base, and into center field the ball goes. So
no, that's
10-run lead still. So
yeah, we got insurance. It's fine.
Yeah,
we ain't really worried about it.
Any type of insurance you need.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the transfer guys have been a big impact as well. I mean, all four infielders, Ynesta Atiles was here last year but didn't play. Laskowski and Perino, all transfer guys, and they've been awesome in the infield behind you.
Yeah, you know, it's nice to have guys like that are mature and they know that, like, we're all here to win. It's not about showcasing your skills or nothing. Like, you're going to showcase your skills if we're winning.
Right.
So it's really nice to have them give 110% every time they step on the field because, you know, they're not just going to, like, look at 3 pitches and trying to fight. Like, in the first inning, I've noticed something. You know, I'm a pitcher. I'm going to notice stuff. Edwards.
They back pick at third, and
he slipped.
Down goes Hines, and I think he's safe.
He's safe.
And he is safe. Yep, he did get back in there.
He did fall, though.
He sure did.
Yeah, guys like that, you know, it's nice to look up to them. Like I said, they come in here and win. Oh, I was talking about the pitching stuff. Like Perino and Ynesta work counts. Like,
yeah, they do.
Both of us went 3 up, 3 down in the first inning, both teams. But Eddie threw 10 pitches, and the other guy I think threw like 20 or 21 pitches.
Yep.
So I mean, it's double. So I mean, that goes to show just how much our guys really want to like get a hit and work for us as a team.
And you know that camaraderie that you talked about. I mean, obviously things are going for the team just about as well as they possibly can. But you know, the SAC season is going to be a grind, and there are going to be some days that don't go perfectly like these past couple weekends are. And I think that camaraderie is really going to be important when that day comes.
Oh yeah, like. I mean, you know, it's just nice to see the same guys every day. You know, it's
right.
Positive energy. We walk in the locker room, positive energy. We go to the field. No one's ever down. You know, everybody's excited to see each other. It's not, oh, we got to be at the field again. Oh, we got to go lift. You know, we make the most of it no matter the conditions or the time or nothing. Like, we're all here, and we know that, and we all love each other, and we all want to win. So it's really nice.
Yeah, that is certainly an environment that's going to breed a lot of success and already has had a lot of success. But so after the leadoff walk, Cockerham's bounced back with a couple of strikeouts here. Been pounding the zone.
16 on 16.
That's right.
Gas! Gas!
1-1 to Chronister, who singled and scored a run in the fourth. Oh, goodness. Josh, man, you're killing me.
I'm trying not to make you laugh a lot. I tend to be a little funny sometimes.
No, hey, man. You can't. I'm all for it. And Coach Ram gave up his spot on the broadcast to you today. That's got to feel pretty good. But there's an RBI single for Chronister. Shippensburg, I mean, they fought hard. The wheels fell off late in the game yesterday for them, pitching-wise. But, you know, they've had a little fight in them this weekend. But you guys have answered every time that they've had some success.
Yeah, it's just tough for teams like that. You know, they play up north, so like they
True.
Really don't have a field because it's all covered in snow.
Right, and they're getting turf at their field right now that's getting installed, so they haven't even played. I mean, it's supposed to be done like by the end of the month.
Oh, so we're giving them a trial right now.
That's right.
Oh, that's nice. It's tough for teams like that. Even Goldie Beacom, they're a 14th ranked team.
Yeah.
They're really good competition. It's difficult for guys that don't have a field. Like, they're just practicing inside, hitting in the cage, not really seeing live ABs, not really feeling the atmosphere. Whereas we're playing inter squads. We had the Fall World Series, which was really like that builds an atmosphere. Like, the seniors draft guys, and you build up two teams. And I feel like baseball's a lot about that atmosphere. Like, we got up after the next in the last inning, we got up, and look at the scoreboard, 7 runs.
Yeah.
So you gotta produce in those situations, and those guys don't have those situations yet, but they're working hard right now.
This is a pinch hitter at the plate, by the way. It's Ben Werkheiser, who's down 0-2. But, Josh, tell me about the Fall World Series. It went 7 games, like legit 7 games. Were you on the winning or losing team?
I was on a losing team.
Oh,
I think we went up.
Of the 5th. You guys gearing up. Did you know, Josh, if you guys win this game, this will be the longest win streak for LR Baseball since 2017.
Really?
Yeah, that's a long time.
Is that 5 years?
I think so.
Yeah,
check the math. That 2017 team won the first 9 games of the season.
Ooh.
This will be now 11 out of the first 12 if you guys are able to hold on to this big lead.
Oh, we'll be 11-1 if we win?
I think you're 11-1 now. I think you'll be 12-1.
Ooh, nice. It's hard to keep up with these games. We play 4
you
games.
guys playing every game, every day.
We have an off day, and then a game, and then a practice, and a game. Off day, practice, game. Like,
got the turf in February. Everybody's coming here to play, yeah? 2-2. Swing and a miss. Cockerham strikes out the side. Josh, this was awesome. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it. Yeah, let's do this again sometime, all right?
Sounds good. We'll see you soon.
Bears up 9 after 4.5 on the Bears Sports Network. Bottom of the 5th, Bears looking to add to a big lead already. Once again, my thanks to Joshua Lanham. I hope you all enjoyed that half inning as much as I did, because Josh, I told you he was a big personality, and you should definitely believe me now after that half inning. Top of the order for the Bears. Kuda homered last time and is down 0-2 as Ethan Miller back out for his second inning of relief work. Wade stays alive. Hit a birthday home run. Straightaway left field last time up. Got the 7-run rally going. Was the first of 4 hits in a row. 1-2 as Miller spikes that one. 7th home run of the year for Wade. 2 hits again today. He's got 8 hits in the series. 8 for 11, 2 home runs, 2 doubles. 2-2 the count now. And the 2-2 pitch. Flares the bat at it and pops it to center field. Casson comes in and grabs it in the alley for the first out. So a rare sight this weekend. Kuda retired. Now Cole Laskowski, ground out, sacrifice bunt, and a single. Scored a run in the big 4th inning, in which the Bears hit 3 home runs. One by Kuda, grand slam by Clarno, and then another round, but Shippensburg gets the call. Tough angle for the umpire at first base to have to make that call with the lefty in the box. Laskowski stays alive, 1-2. We had a couple of tense moments between the 3rd and 4th innings. Shippensburg put up a 4 spot, and then after Schilling hit a home run in the 4th, started talking to the Bear dugout, and that obviously lit a fire. And then they came back with 7 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. We had 11 combined runs in the 4th inning, 4 for Shippensburg and 7 for Lenoir-Rhyne. Laskowski, the 1-2. Touch outside, 2-2. Chronister wanted the call, didn't get it. 9 walks this season also for Laskowski. In the 2-2. Line down the left field line, tracking foul, and it just barely lands foul outside the left field foul line. Bounced over the fence. Just barely missed a ground rule double there. And the 6'4" Miller delivers ball 3. So Laskowski, after being down 0-2, has fought it back to a full count. The full count pitch. Up at the letters. But he knocks it back to the screen and stays alive. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up to Laskowski. Defense plays him to pull. Full count pitch is ball 4. And it did clip his right shoulder, so it's technically will go down as a hit by pitch. Second one for Miller. And Laskowski's aboard with 1 gone here in the bottom of the 5th. Bears looking to extend an already massive lead. Ynesta, 2 for 3, 2 RBIs in this one for Drew. 2 runs scored as well. Always in the back of the box. Looks at a strike that he doesn't like on the outside corner. Lenoir-Rhyne has scored 39 runs in this 3-game series so far. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning of Game 3. 9 in Game 1. 16 in Game 2. And 14 here today. It's been was an offense that already had some really good stats coming into the weekend, and they've only padded those this weekend. Ball and 2 strikes on Unesta. Big day at home for the Bears. Softball's underway. Do some channel surfing on the Bear Sports Network. Watch the Bear softball team. Women's basketball also in action. All at the same time here on SAC Live. Popped up, drifting into fair territory. And Lloyd does well to make that play. And a big out to get Unesta 2 gone. Now Attiles, who has yet to be retired today. 3 for 3, 2 doubles, a single, 3 runs scored, and an RBI for Lewis. Just been a menace at the plate so far today, and has been a menace in general since he's started becoming the everyday shortstop. Watches ball 1 fly high. 3 for 3 today. Came in with a .516 average, 16 for 31 in 8 games before today. So that number significantly higher now. And now has a 4 for 4 day. This one's in the corner and a ground rule double on a hop over the fence. What an unbelievable day for Attiles. 4 hits, 3 doubles. And that was the 15th hit of the game for Lenoir-Rhyne here in the bottom of the 5th. You know, and if you're looking at Lenoir-Rhyne with a critical eye, you can say, oh, competition hasn't been great. And that might be true, but the Bears they haven't just won. They have just demolished the pitching of these other programs these past 4 games. And even with Goldie Beacom, an NCAA tournament team last year, LR scored 10 runs in each of the last 3 games of that 4-game series. And in the game they didn't score 10 runs, they pitched a shutout. So I don't know if the competition isn't very good argument can be used with the Bears because of the way they've been doing it. Perino high to center field. This could get up in the wind as Caston's back at the track, and it's a 3-run home run. Second of the day for Perino. 5th home run of the game. And this is just unbelievable. Goodness gracious. 2 in the second, 5 in the third, 7 in the fourth, 3 more here in the 5th. I didn't think that one was getting out off the bat, but the wind helped it, and then it got out by quite a lot. 4th of the season for Perino. He's got 5 more RBIs today. He's got I don't know for sure. He was already the sack leader in RBIs coming into today and was tied for 3rd in the country, but now with 21 on the season, I'm going to guess has taken over the national lead in RBIs. Clarno, who hit a grand slam, who has already 2 home runs in the game and 6 RBIs, takes ball 1 upstairs. So 1 home run for Kuda, 3 doubles for Attiles, 2 singles for Unesta. 2 RBIs for Unesta. 2-run home run, 3-run home run for Perino. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs for Clarno. Single and a home run for Matt Mackey. Double for David Bell. I mean, the lineup is just humming right now, and I think that word undersells what this Bear team is doing right now. Actually, I misspoke earlier. 6 home runs today for the Bears. 2 for Clarno, 2 for Perino, 1 for Kuda, 1 for Mackey. Two and 2 on Nick. And the pitch. Upstairs, full count. going to have to order some more baseballs as those 6 home runs have disappeared into the trees. Clarno walks. And that's, you'd think, the way that things are going offensively for the Bears, that there might be a little bit of overzealousness in the box, but that just has not been the case. The approach has been so sound and strong. The Bears have taken their walks when they've been given the opportunity. They've bunted when they've needed to. I mean, it's a throw over to Clarno, who's quite a ways off the bag. You'd think with, you see success, you want to continue that success, and you might overswing, but it's just been basically perfect offensively this weekend for Lenoir-Rhyne, and that's a really hard feat to accomplish in this game. Mackey handcuffed on that swing and misses his 0-2. A 12-run lead. Lenoir-Rhyne 13-0 in 2021 when scoring double-digit runs. 5-0 in 22. And barring maybe the most miraculous comeback in baseball history, is going to move to 6-0 after today's game. As Mackey shot that thing foul just past us down here on top of the Bears' third base dugout. Clarno leaning off of first again, and Miller doesn't make a good throw. Heard Lawler at second base say that guy doesn't matter at first base, which is true. With 2 outs, just got to get the batter. Clarno stays put, and they do get the batter. Mackey swings and misses for strike 3. But another 3-run inning for the Bears. 3-run bomb for Anthony Perino, his second of the day. It's 17-5 after 5 on the Bears Sports Network. Michael Allen time here at Durham Field, top of the 6th. It's a 12-run lead for the Bears over the Raiders of Shippensburg. 6th appearance of the year for Allen, 3 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 4 strikeouts and no walks for one of the experienced, reliable guys in the bullpen. 14 relief appearances last season, 1.05 ERA. Facing Darden, Lawler, and Williams, bottom 3 in the lineup for Shippensburg. And Justin Darden, who has walked in both of his plate appearances so far, fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. Allen from Manteo, North Carolina, gets the nod here in the 6th and misses inside, a ball and a strike. 6 home runs in the day for the Bears. LR has more home runs than Shippensburg does hits in this game. 6 home runs, 5 hits total for the Raiders. 4 of them came in the 4-run 4th inning. Allen misses up and in, 2-1. 16 total hits for the game. Clarno and Perino both with 2 home runs. Kuda and Mackey also with solo shots for the Bears. 3 balls and a strike. And the 3-1 pitch. Fouled off the handle, back to the screen, full count. Allen gave up his first run of the season in his last outing against Goldie Beacom. Just as a solo home run for the Lightning. It's a Marshall Autry. And Darden ready for the full count pitch. Off the pole behind home plate. Still a full count. Darden's had some good at-bats today. Obviously, I mentioned the 2 walks. Fought off some tough pitches. Had a pinch hit home run yesterday for the Raiders. Another full count offering. Line drive down the left field line. This could be trouble, and it's down and into the corner. Extra base is coming for Darden. Stober runs it down. He'll stop at second. It's a leadoff double for Justin Darden here in the top of the 6th, and his good weekend at the plate continues for Shippensburg. So now Reagan Lawler, the second baseman. Strikeout and a walk for him. Was stranded on third base to end the 4th when Edwards got out of the jam. Could have been worse. Shippensburg got 4 runs in that 4th inning, but left a couple men on, and they could have added to it even more. Allen from the stretch has a big old string hanging from his glove and misses downstairs, a little bit outside. A ball and a strike. At this point on the mound for the Bears, it's about limiting the walks, throwing a lot of strikes, working on the off-speed stuff, even down in the count, as Allen is here 2-1. And there's a lot you can work on with a 12-run lead, with the margin for error a lot larger than they're accustomed to. And the 2-1. 2-2, right on the corner. Good crowd on a Saturday here at Durham Field. Got the folding chairs out on the hill down the right field line. Stands full behind the dish. Some fans down here to our left, down the left field line as well. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Lawler waves aimlessly at that pitch down and away. Becomes the first out of the 6th. Second time he's gone down on strikes today. 5th strikeout of the season for Allen. Now Jafari Williams, who knocked in 2 out of the 4 runs in that 4-run 4th inning. He's 1 for 2 with 2-run single and a strikeout. Had a rough go of it yesterday. He tries to bunt for a hit here. Allen picks it up and throws him out. I would think that he was trying to bunt for a hit there as opposed to a sacrifice with 1 out, but now there's 2 outs in the top of the order, and Juju Casson coming up. But still a credit for a sacrifice bunt for Jafari Williams. Moves the runner to third, and Casson watches ball 1 downstairs. He's 0 for 3, fly out and a pair of ground outs. He was up with 2 men on in the 4th, trying to drive in more runs for Shippensburg, but couldn't do it. And his grounder to second is what led to a lot of the woofing with Jafari Williams, who just bunted at being forced out at second base. He and Attiles at shortstop got into it after there was some skirmish at first base between him and Perino after the home run by Schilling, but seems like that has passed with, that tension has passed with the Bears scoring 10 runs in the last 2 innings. Another chopper to second base. Laskowski, inning over. So a leadoff double gets stranded at third base. It's a 0 on the board for Michael Allen. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Still a huge 12-run lead for the Bears on the Bears Sports Network. Pinch hit at bat for Scott Metzler here in the bottom of the 6th, hitting for Stober. First pitch from Ethan Miller, who's back out there for Shippensburg. Inning and 2/3 so far, 5 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned. He's really having to lick his wounds here. 2-0 on Metzler. Scotty hit a double yesterday. He's .258 on the season, 8 for 31. 6 RBIs, 3 doubles. It's a strike right at the top of the zone that he can't believe. 2-1. Scott will pitch some. Has a little bit of a rough go of it on the mound so far for the Bears, but has been good at the plate. Grounds this one to first and a big hop for Lloyd. One gone here in the bottom of the sixth. And so now the pinch hitters are starting to flood in as Andy Lopez gets a chance. Pinch hitting for Bell. The scorebook's going to get messy here quick. Andy's 0 for 1 on the season. He's had 3 plate appearances, had 2 bases loaded hit by pitches in his first 2 plate appearances, so he's got a pair of RBIs on his ledger and went 0 for 1 yesterday. Almost got hit by that pitch up and in. Ball 1. One of the guys that probably would start on a lot of other teams at this level, but because of the production that you've seen today, Lopez doesn't get as many at-bats as he probably deserves. 1-1. Takes a breaking ball high, 2-1. But this is a guy that the coaching staff really likes and would like to get him more time, but there's just no way that they can take any of these bats out of the lineup right now. I mean, Kuda's obviously all-world. Laskowski's been awesome. Bienesta's over 450. Attile's over 500, and he's 4 for 4 today. Perino, 2 home runs today. Clarno, 2 home runs today. Mackey's getting rolling with a home run today as well. I mean, there's not a whole lot of at-bats to be had with all those guys going the way they are. Lopez draws a walk. He's aboard here with 1 gone in the 6th. And Kuda's day is done now with Caleb Fluno getting an at-bat. He hit a 2-run double last night late in the game. It's going to be another long box score for my man Jason Stubbe doing the stats in this game. During the midweek game against Limestone on Wednesday, after the game, Jason's box score was almost, just the Bear part of it was almost a full page. 22 guys got in the game that night. Fluno watches a pitch upstairs for ball 1. There's a strike on the inside corner for Miller, as now they've gotten somebody up and throwing in the Raider bullpen. Good hack on 1-1 for Fluno. Got jammed a bit, fouled it off 1-2. Fluno now 1 for 5 this year with that 2-run double that nearly left the park, hit the base of the wall in left center field last night. Drove in 2 runs in one of those massive late innings after Shippensburg walked all those batters, and then seemed like there'd be a few walks and then a big hit, then a few more walks, then another big hit. It was just a never-ending cycle. Even with a lot of the replacements in for Lenoir-Rhyne, you saw Eric Ramirez, who I'm sure will get more time at shortstop now with this game very much in hand. He also hit a 2-run double. The count is full on Fluno. And Fluno watches ball 4 inside. So this was the problem last night. And it was a little bit frustrating to Chris Ramirez, I think, because he wants to get these guys who are coming off the bench some meaningful at-bats. Not that these at-bats aren't meaningful, but he wants them to be able to hit and swing at strikes. And last night the Raider bullpen just could not, for the life of them, throw strikes to the guys that were coming in for LR. Laskowski's still in the game for now. Watches ball one upstairs. So Kuda's day is done on his 23rd birthday. 2 hits, 2 runs, including a home run. His 7th of the year. 2-0 on Laskowski, who sacrifice bunted, singled, got hit by a pitch today. So it's been a little bit more small ball for him compared to his teammates who have hit 6 home runs combined. But Cole playing his part perfectly. Swings and pops this one over our heads, foul out of play. Looking forward to taking off to Savannah, Georgia after this game is done. Lenoir-Rhyne and Tampa tomorrow from the Peach State. Top 10 matchup as the Spartans of Tampa will look to get some revenge on the Bears after they knocked them out of the NCAA tournament last year here in Hickory. Bring that to you on the Bears radio network tomorrow. Find the listen live link to that on the lacrosse schedule page on lrbears.com. Anytime you need a link to watch or listen to anything Bears, that's the place you go. That team's schedule, and everything is linked for each game. Full count pitch for Laskowski. Ground ball right side. Lloyd picks it up, thought about going to second, will just take it to first. So the runners move up, 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th. So now a chance to knock in a couple more runs for Drew Yanesta, and that will be the end of the day for Ethan Miller. So before Yanesta comes up, the Carolina West call to the bullpen for Shippensburg. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when you come back to Durham Field on the Bears Sports Network. So Drew Yanesta faces Noah Nabholz, the new pitcher for the Raiders of Shippensburg. With runners on second and third and 2 outs, pops this one fouled on the right field line. Can Williams get there? He trips on the mound of the bullpen. He was there, but tripped and fell down when he tried to go up the mound of the bullpen down there in deep right field. So new life for Yanesta, as that could have gotten the Raiders out of the inning, but I mean, I don't really blame Williams. He's running full speed, and then to run into a hill, that's an unfortunate situation for him. Third appearance of the year for Nabholz. One and one on Yanesta. Nabholz did pitch. He threw 6 pitches yesterday, so technically fourth appearance. Did give up a hit. Came in with 2 outs after Caleb Sophie ran into some trouble yesterday. So, faced 2 batters. Gave up a hit, but got out of the inning yesterday, which was another one of those massive innings that the Bears have put together. Strike 2 to Yanesta, down and away. But you heard Joshua Lanham talk earlier about the transfers and the experienced guys. Yanesta was one of those guys, and about their plate discipline and the way that they see pitches and make pitchers work. Yanesta swings and misses and strikes out. So the old announcer jinx is alive and well, and the side is retired. A 0 put up by Shippensburg on the mound. Mark it down. We head to the 7th. 17-5, Bears. The wind is just gusting right now as the Bears take another to Carolina West call. The bullpen, it's Jackson Reed getting the call for LR. Big, tall righty. Making his 7th appearance of the season. Pitched 6 1/3 innings so far. Ball and a strike to Hines. 2, 3, and 4 coming up for Shippensburg here in the top of the 7th. Jackson, the redshirt sophomore from Mooresville, NC, just outside of Charlotte. 2.84 ERA, giving up 3 hits and 2 earned with 8 strikeouts in 6 1/3. Hines today, 2 out of the 5 runs for the Raiders. Reed grooves in a strike, 2 and 2. Single in the 4th, walk in the 5th. And 2 runs for Carter. And the 2-2 from Reed. Grounded to 3rd, and actually at shortstop as Eric Ramirez is in the game. Couldn't get it. Do have a lot of position shifting going on. Got Ynesta actually out in left field now for the Bears. He moves from 3rd to left. Perino moves from 1st to 3rd. Ramirez comes in at short for Atiles. Metzler, who pinch hit, is at 1st. Max LaCroix is in right. Ethan Smith in center. So I don't know what Ynesta did to convince somebody to let him go out to left field, but whatever he said, it worked. Schilling, who hit the home run earlier, is down 0-1 and now 0-2. So that's an infield single for Hines. It was initially put up on the board as an error, but definitely an infield single, and that is what it was scored. This wind is just brutal up here. The runner goes, swing and a miss, strike him out, and they cannot throw him out, as Laskowski does well to back up the throw. So stolen base for Hines, but a strikeout of Schilling. And 1 gone here in the top of the 7th. And Lake Lloyd, who's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, watches ball 1 miss upstairs. Just the weather would be so much more bearable without the wind, but I mean, it's sunny, hardly a cloud in the sky, and it would be nice if the wind just wasn't gusting, especially when we're up here in the open air booth that if you were watching yesterday you saw. And the 2-0 popped up right side, foul ground. Metzler just in the game moves over and runs out of room as the ball clanks off the bleachers down the right field line. 2-1 on Lake Lloyd, who homered in the game yesterday after he replaced Yoder at first base after Yoder got hurt in a sling in the first base dugout. First time he's played first base, and poor guy got injured, which is just terrible luck for him. Lloyd checks the swing and clinks it foul off the bat, almost takes out Chronister in the on-deck circle. 2-2. And the 2-2. He got him on strikes. Freezes Lloyd on the corner. And after the leadoff leadoff single for Hines, back-to-back strikeouts for Jackson Reed here in the 7th. And Chronister, who had to dodge a bullet, literally, in the on-deck circle when Lloyd was up, takes a strike. One and one. So already the deck chairs have been reshuffled here defensively for LR. This big 12-run lead. As Chronister watches that one miss too tight, 2-1. Inside again, runner takes off for third, and he'll get there. Good read by Hines as the ball squirted out of the glove of Clarno. 3-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big hack at that one on 3-1. Brings Jackson Reed a strike away from putting up a 0 here in the 7th. Big tall righty delivers. Ball 4, just inside. So now Werkheiser, who pinch hit in the 5th and struck out against Cockerham, gets another chance here in the 7th. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. Ball 1 up high. So Perino moves from first to third. Ramirez comes in the game at short. Laskowski still at second. Metzler moves to first. He can also catch. He's a really versatile player defensively. Saw him catch an inning late in the Limestone game on Wednesday. Max LaCroix, who I assume we'll see hit next inning, moves in to right field. David Smith in center. And Ynesta moves out to left field from third base. Hack and a miss for Werkheiser. A ball and 2 strikes. So an infield single for Hines. He stole second and then moved up to third on a pass ball. Chronister at first walked. The 1-2 to Werkheiser. He got him on strikes. Froze him with the fastball. And Jackson Reed works out of trouble, puts up a 0 in the 7th. Time to stretch at Durham Field. Big lead for the Bears on the Bears Sports Network. As expected, Eric Ramirez up at the dish here in the bottom of the 7th. Fouled the first pitch off for strike 1. And did go around as he hits the deck in the batter's box. 0-2. Nabholz back to work after putting up a 0 in the 6th. First time the Bears have been held off the scoreboard since the first inning. Scored 2 in the 2nd, 5 in the 3rd, 7 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th. Hit 6 home runs today. Ramirez wisely holds back. A ball and 2 strikes. So Atiles exits after a 4-for-4 day. 3 doubles and 4 runs scored. I'd say that's a pretty good day at the office for Lewis. And the 1-2 pitch to Ramirez. Outside, 2-2. Eric, line drive. Will it be foul? It is foul. About 2 feet outside the left field foul line, I would guess. Had a 2-run double in last night's game. One hopped the fence out in left center field with the bases loaded. Knocked in his first 2 runs as a Bear. And the 2-2. Full count. It's down 0-2, fought it back to 3-2. Ramirez hits a ball high and deep left field. This gets up in the jet stream. Schilling at the wall, and it's off the top of the wall. Maybe the scoreboard. Ramirez is stopping at third base with a triple. Did that hit the scoreboard or the top of the wall? I'm not sure. And now the umpires will get together. I think it hit the scoreboard. The guys out in the LR bullpen are saying it hit the scoreboard, which of course would be a home run. As it stands right now, it's a triple for Ramirez, but I think it might have hit the John Albert name on the bottom of the scoreboard in left center field. And Coach Ram getting an explanation from the umpire, and they're leaving Ramirez at third base. So they say the ball hit the top of the wall. So it's a triple for Eric Ramirez. May have gotten robbed, like literally robbed, of his first home run as a Bear. I'm not sure. The top of the wall is like trimmed white. And obviously the part of the scoreboard that it would have hit white as well, so almost impossible to tell. But Braden Collette in a pinch hit drives him in, and a really nice play by Hines at shortstop to throw him out. But the run is in, and Collette in a pinch hit spot for Perino gets an RBI ground out. So Ramirez, even if it was a home run, comes home just 1 pitch later. Nick Clarno already working on a 2 home run, 6 RBI day. Gets another chance here in the bottom of the 7th with 1 gone. Big swing, 0-2. Also a walk in his last plate appearance for Nick. And the pitch, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch, wave and a miss. Clarno goes down on strikes for the second time. 2 gone in the 7th. So Matt Mackey working on a 2-for-4 day, including a home run, his first of 2022. Still in the DH slot, which makes sense, trying to get him as many at-bats as possible. Went back-to-back with Clarno in that huge 7-run fourth. Dead center field base hit. And the third hit of the game for Mackey as he rolls a ground ball base hit between third and short. Great to see Mackey have a 3-hit day. Guy they just so desperately want to get going, and a guy they really like, not just as a baseball player, but as a person. One of the great leaders on this team. 2 outs for Scott Metzler. And he does the exact same thing. A ground ball base hit between third and short. That is hit number 19 of the game for Lenoir-Rhyne. So now Max LaCroix, who entered in the game defensively last inning, gets an at-bat and takes a strike. Third straight game that Max has gotten into the game. Had an RBI single in his first at-bat of the season and flares this one down the right field line. Will it stay fair? It will not. Foul ball. Nearly had extra bases and multiple RBIs there. Missed it by 3 or 4 feet. It's just a long strike 2. Looks like Joey Cobb is warming up in the bullpen for the Bears. Made 2 starts on the season so far, and appears that the 8th inning will belong to him. It's the 4th starter. If there's a 4-game series on the weekend, Cobb will be the 4th guy after Patrick Lanham and Edwards. 1-2 on LaCroix. Mackey at second, Metzler at first, and LaCroix swings and misses and strikes out, and the side is retired. The Bears get another, add a few more base knocks to the box score, and we head to the 8th. 18-5, Lenoir-Rhyne over Shippensburg. As promised, Joey Cobb takes over on the mound for the Bears in this latest Carolina West called the bullpen. Joey, the second lefty LR has thrown at Shippensburg today. Cockerham was in earlier. 5.06 ERA on the season for Joey. 5 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. And is ahead of Darden. 1-2. Works the third base side of the rubber and delivers. Ball 2. Went to North Lincoln High School from Denver, NC, one of the many towns in North Carolina named after much larger towns elsewhere. Nearly hits Darden, full count. Pitched 4 innings with 3 hit ball in his last start last Sunday. That was 6 days ago here against Goldie Beacom. Had 5 strikeouts that day. Trying to avoid walking Darden, and he strikes him out. Grooves the fastball past him, 1 gone. So Collette has moved to third base now for Perino after he pinch hit. Drove in the Bears' 18th run of the game. Yes, you heard that right. 18th run of the game. And that's the only change defensively. Ynesta remains in left. Smith in center. LaCroix in right. Ramirez at short. Laskowski at second. Metzler at first. Clarno behind the dish. And Cobb on the mound. First pitch to Reagan Lawler. Misses high for ball 1. Pair of strikeouts and a walk today for the Raiders second baseman. Grooves in a strike on the outer half, 1-1. Cobb, 8 games, 2 starts last year, 17 innings, 2-0 ERA, 2-0 record, 1.06 ERA in 17 innings. Only allowed 2 earned runs the entire season in 17 innings and struck out 20 batters. So he was really good last year for LR. Going to be used in a hybrid starting relieving role. This is the first time we've seen him out of the pen this year, but it most certainly will not be the last. 2-2 on Lawler. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 up, 2 strikeouts here in the top of the 8th for Joey Cobb. Doing all of us who are standing out here on top of the roof in the wind a large favor. Now Jafari Williams. Ball 1 high and wide. Jafari knocked in 2 out of the 5 runs today for Shippensburg. A 2-run single back in their 4-run 4th, which was the biggest inning of the season thus far for the Raiders, who are still in search of their first win. 2-0. Williams helps him out there, goes after what was ball 3. And the 2-1. Williams, who can really run, looked at over there at second. And the 0-1 pitch. Perfectly placed on the corner, 0-2. Casson doesn't like it. Cobb trying to put up the third. Strike. straight 0 on the board for the Bear bullpen. Scoreless 6th for Allen, scoreless 7th for Reed. And Cobb 1 pitch away from a scoreless 8th. The 1-2 offering. Chop to short. Ramirez on the big hop. First at-bat of the day for Ethan Smith. Snapholtz is still out there on the hill for Shippensburg. Ethan 0 for 2 this season. Played in 8 games and rips a ball to right field and over Williams' head. Bounces over the fence for a ground rule double. It's the first hit of the season for Smith. Finds the barrel to the pole field. And he's aboard with a leadoff double to start the bottom of the 8th. So now Ryan Healy, who's now playing in his 3rd consecutive game. Swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Oh and 2 as that one finds the top of the zone. "20 hits in the game for the Bears. It's the most they've had this season. Previous high was 16. They did that once yesterday and once against Goldie Beacom. Healy called out on strikes. And Hogan Stallings will pinch hit. You don't have to look back too far for the last time the Bears have scored more than 20 runs in a game. That was last March at UVA Wise. Last time they hit 4 or more home runs in a game was last weekend in the Goldie Beacom series. Hit 6 today. Coach Ram's team about to win its 9th straight game, the longest winning streak in 5 years. As Stallings hits a ball a mile high in the air down the right field line and foul by 100 feet onto the soccer field as it's rolling down onto the track at the Moretz Sports Complex. The one facility basically not in use today here in Hickory. Obviously, Bears playing here. Softball playing over at the softball field. Kitty corner. Stallings rips another one foul. Second 4-hit game of the season for Tilles today. He went 4 for 4 before being lifted in the 7th. Hogan Stallings waves and misses, strike 3. So fouled off, hit a couple balls really hard, but really foul, and then strikes out. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Nabholz. As Ramirez, who may or may not have had a home run in the last time he came up, ended up with a triple as the ball was ruled to have hit the top of the wall and stayed in the park. And depending on who you ask, the Bear bullpen sure thought it was off the scoreboard as opposed to the top of the wall, but it was called a triple, and then he was driven home on the Collette ground out. So he scored, but only, I don't know. If my gut tells me that it hit the top of the wall and stayed in, but I don't exactly have the best angle. And the guys in the bullpen who have a better angle than me certainly thought that it went out. Ramirez way ahead of that one, 0-2. Eric from UMass Dartmouth waves and misses, and the side is retired. So Nabholz strikes out the side. Leadoff double from Smith does not come around. We're 3 outs away from a sweep here this weekend on the Bear Sports Network. The hopefully final Carolina West call to the bullpen today for Lenoir-Rhyne brings Jackson Benjamin to the hill for the first time in 2022. The redshirt sophomore from Charlotte went to the famous South Mecklenburg High School. Made 2 relief appearances last year, 4 hits and 2 earned in an inning and 2/3. 5 relief appearances and 1 start in 2020 for the Bears in the shortened season. Diving stop there at second base. What a play! As the ball gets away, as Metzler can't catch it. Healy, almost a highlight reel play there at second where he moved in favor of Laskowski. Brett Urie's out in left. Smith's in center. LaCroix's in right. And that was unfortunate that could not be finished because on one hop. That ball was hard hit to Healy at second. Made a great stop. A little bit low throw that Metzler couldn't handle. We're going to have a bunch of pinch hitters in this inning for Shippensburg as Morgan Wyatt, who got a pinch hit at bat last night, digs in. Sophomore from Richmond, Virginia. Transferred in from Radford, so a D1 transfer. Benjamin floats in, strike two. So the leadoff man was Andres Garcia, who reached on the error there by Metzler at first. They gave the error to Metzler, but Benjamin makes quick work of Wyatt. One gone. So a 3-pitch strikeout after the leadoff man reached on an error. And now Braden Petty, sophomore from Newville, Pennsylvania, gets an at-bat. Watches strike one. So including the pitchers and including Benjamin and all the position players, 25 Bears have gotten into the game today. It's a pretty cool thing to be up this much, to be comfortable playing that many guys. 1-2 the count on Braden Petty. As Benjamin's come out of the pen throwing strikes, which is what we love to see. As the wind has only gotten stronger as the night's gone on. 1-2. Swing and a miss. One out away. So Chronister, who I tip my cap to him. He's caught every single inning of this weekend for Shippensburg and has not gotten one break and has really battled at the plate, done well behind the dish. So Chronister definitely has my respect, the way that he's battled this weekend and fought through some really rough pitching. He's at the plate. He's the last chance for Shippensburg. A ball and a strike. So the Raiders will fall to 0-9. They got swept in all three of their North Carolina series. Belmont, Abbey, Catawba, and now here at LR. The Bears will improve to 12-1. Benjamin deflects and completes the 3-game sweep for the Bears. Dominating fashion. 18-5 today. They score 44 runs over the 3 games and take care of business against Shippensburg and have their longest winning streak in 5 years. LR1 has now won 9 games in a row, all here at home, which is the best streak since the 2017 team won the first 9. So, for all of our Bears Sports Network crew, I'm Eric Bach saying so long. Thanks for tuning in all weekend long, watching the Bears take down the Raiders here on the Bears Sports Network.